Oh, that is
That's actually really cool.
I'm so sorry about that joke. That's my favorite card. It's the one on the right here.
On
2055, like it's
Orthodox
You
reaction.
lie. You say.
Welcome, guys, to another unorthodox reaction. This is another unorthodox. You know what? I feel like we say unorthodox intros, but our intros have been really orthodox lately.
You think so?
I feel like it has been.
It's been pretty,
standard.
yeah, it's been pretty normal, hasn't it?
Like,
anyways, back into the video.
I think we need to like bring a dead body or something, or like just make it like actual unorthodox.
Pause it.
Alright, guys, executive decisions just been made right now.
Right now.
Every time we do a video now, each of us is gonna bring an item of the day.
Yeah, and by the way, you guys can tell us an item, and we have to make up a story for that item. No.
Yeah.
Make a story for that item. So, what is your item of the day before we start the video?
Petroleum jelly.
Go on, tell us a creative story then.
Wow.
Yeah.
This little beauty has been very helpful for many a men.
Okay.
From ashy knees to ashy ankle.
Nice.
To just ashy places where it might not be ashy.
Well,
you know?
nice.
Yeah.
I respect it. Well, mine is this. It's been in my family for many years. We don't quite have a name for it as...
I saw a common delivery yesterday.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. We don't quite have a name for it, but it's quite versatile, I would say.
But why isn't that like the torture device that they used in like the Middle Ages?
No, yeah, that's what my granddad used.
Yeah, wasn't he like an executioner?
Yeah, my great granddad. Yeah. But like the little kids in our house use it to skip.
Okay.
Yeah. But I use it as kind of like a resistant band for like gym stuff.
Oh, you can use it like that.
Yeah, but my mum uses it as like a whip.
That's what I thought.
It's very versatile. Yeah. So this is
it's a lot of function.
That's why it's been in my family. So honestly,
but heirloom at this point,
a
family heirloom.
No, it really is. Honestly, yeah. You'll see some blood stains on it sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's my item of the day.
I think you should put like some spikes on and make it like more.
No, that's kind of more my brother's style. Not really my style.
You're right.
No, I don't personally like that. So that's a bit weird.
I might have to speak to your brother.
Yeah, you probably should. Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we should really get into the video.
Yeah. What we here?
Those are our items for the day. What are you doing, man? Anyway, today we are here for Overly Sarcastic Productions, and it is women who made history. Women who made a difference in life. Like, that's just inviting a lot of them.
Oh, I zoned out when you said women who make histories. I was thinking there's only like two women. This is a 2-minute video.
Hey, I'm not involved. I'm joking.
I'm joking. I respect it. 8-minute video. 8-minute video.
So like
6 minutes really. Intro, outro. So technically only 3 women.
Listen, I'm not involved. I'm just saying.
I'm joking.
I just instigate. I'm not involved.
I'm joking.
Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Women make history every single day and have been doing so for thousands of years. Well before the modern feminist movements began in the 1800s, history is brimming with inspiring women whose achievements broke down boundaries and paved the way for more women to kick ass and do their thing. To that end, OSP is partnering with the Woman Cards to create a deck of playing cards featuring 13 of the most remarkable women in history.
Only 13?
Be the king.
How dare you say something like that?
Well, I'm just asking.
How dare you say something like
that?
No. Do you know what? I'm not even going to say this. Can you pause this? If I say this joke, I'm going to get cancelled. But yeah. So, yeah, the card's going to be...
Yeah, so just...
Someone's good deck of cards. Yeah. Good deck of cards right there.
We've got scholars, saints, warriors, and queens from all across time and around the world. The artwork is spectacular, and you can get your very own
that's
actually really cool.
I'm so sorry about that joke. That's my favorite card. It's the one on the right here. This is my favorite card.
Who is that? I don't know how to pronounce that. We're gonna have to watch a video on her because I've never heard of her.
Tough. Oh my god, that's a tough ass card. That's
who's Ching Shi?
I don't know. Sounds like
bro. We never heard of half of these people.
Yeah.
And I can't read this woman because the friggin' thing is there. Just click the common thing.
Sorry, man. Oh.
Buddhista. Buddhika.
And you can get your very own history.
Oh, I feel like I've
heard the god of binge and one more. Cleopatra.
Yeah, standard.
And Tomoe Gozen. Oh, is that where they got the Tomoe name from Ghost of Tsushima? The Tomoe character. Maybe.
Deck via the link below to the project's Kickstarter. OSP will be donating.
Oh, you gotta show us all 13 cards, mate.
Come on, man, you're being too greedy.
No, come on. You can't do that.
In this deck, in rapid fire fashion, let's do some women's history.
I kind of want them cards now.
Yeah, I really want 13 now. What the flip?
I might actually look into buying them. I really want them cards.
What the hell?
I don't even play cards. I just really want them.
That's really cool.
We'll start in Japan in the late 1100s, where rival families fought for military dominance. Both the Taira and Minamoto clans commanded vast armies of samurai, but fighting alongside them were female warriors trained in sword fighting, horse riding, and archery known as onamusha, the most famous of which was Tomoe Gozen. Hailed as a warrior worth 1,000, ready to confront a demon or a god, Tomoe was among the most fearsome generals of the war, commanding 300 samurai in battle against the Taira clan, and later against her master's cousin, the future shogun. Bad news for Tomoe, but in centuries following, her valor became legendary. Ancient India in the Vedic period was a time when the core scriptures of Indian culture were debated and codified, and one contributor was Gargiva Chaknavi. Herself the daughter of a sage, she was intellectually curious from a young age and later wrote hymns for the Rigveda, but she's best known from a story in the Upanishads where she took part in a philosophical debate
Can I just say, I'm not sure if he's saying them right, but he's really got the tone right for when he's pronouncing their names.
I'm still thinking about the deck of cards. I'm not gonna lie to you.
This guy's distracted.
So
but he's really, I feel like he really nails them. He gets them right.
Organized by the local king. Yajnavalkya challenged his fellow sages on the topics of Atman and the universe, and not only was Gargi the only woman present, she was one of the few brave enough to argue with him, and the only one who could debate him to a draw, earning high praise for both her brilliance and her tenacity.
Well done.
In 267 AD, the widow of a local king became the most powerful
woman
in the world. When Queen Zenobia of Palmyra took over from her assassinated husband, her once small state at the edge of Roman Syria was in charge of protecting the entire east of Rome from the Sassanid Persians. Despite the enormity of the task, Rome's peril was Zenobia's gain, as her rule was stable, prosperous, and culturally rich, while her soft power over Egypt and Anatolia led to full annexation in 270 and the creation of a Palmyrene empire. But soon, Rome got its act together, reconquering Palmyra and taking Zenobia to Rome as prisoner, where she spent the rest of her life. Smug in the knowledge that, however briefly, she beat Rome at its own game. The most famous queen of Egypt's new kingdom began her reign as regent to her dead husband's infant heir, but soon Queen Hatshepsut cited her own.
It's the only one I know.
Yeah, Hatshepsut. It's the one with the dope card. Wakanda forever.
Royal lineage to justify proclaiming herself as pharaoh.
You know, I just realized, I feel like we need to watch more videos that talks about African mythologies and African history. I feel like there's really cool characters of mythology, but we just never, because we haven't really looked into it. Let us know if you guys want to see that, because I really want to react to
Fun them.
No time bringing Egypt to new heights. After launching trade expeditions down the coast of Africa to the land of Punt and re-establishing links with the Levant, her massive piles of gold found use in hundreds of construction projects across Egypt, restoring and embellishing existing temples while building brand new ones too, including the most ornate mortuary temple any pharaoh had yet built. Although her successors tried to wipe all records of her reign, her accomplishments were just so massive that they'd speak for themselves no matter what. Medieval monasteries were often centers of scholarship, but few monks could compete with the raw genius of the German Benedictine abbess Hildegard von Bingen. This turbo polymath was a writer, philosopher, natural scientist, medical scientist, theologian, and most famously the most prolific composer of monophonic chant in the entire medieval period. Hildegard wrote treatises on whatever she could and made 3 full illuminated manuscripts depicting the divine visions she received throughout her life. Beyond her immense work in the convent, Hildegard preached about church reform all across Germany. Little surprise she was later canonized as a saint.
Oh, that was the one with the thing, the nun thing. That's tough. That's a tough card too.
I feel like
I really want this deck of cards. Search up where we can get it
after the video.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well, nah. You guys can search up yourselves.
Yeah, maybe it will be our I am of the day one day.
The main
Maybe.
genre of poetry was lyric. With an instrument in hand and a tune to sing, poets told stories about whatever they wanted, and the greatest poet, named Sappho, wanted nothing more than to hang out with all the pretty people. Born on the Aegean island of Lesbos, Sappho grew to pan-Hellenic prominence thanks to her captivating poetry about the visceral experience of love. Despite her being praised as the 10th muse, the cruel march of time and the fading of collective memory left us with tragically little of her work or even the slightest details of her life.
I think I've heard of her.
What we do have is masterful. In the golden age of Islam, the Andalusian city of Córdoba was the capital of a caliphate and an unparalleled hub of culture. Of the over 170 women working as scribes in the court of Al-Hakam II, the most remarkable was his secretary Lubna of Córdoba. Coming from humble origins as a Spanish slave, Lubna was renowned for her skill in mathematics and the quality of her poetry, and the caliph entrusted her with the creation of a library in his royal palace, the Medina Azahara. Her library was said to contain hundreds of thousands of manuscripts in Latin, Greek, and Arabic, many sourced from her own travels across Iberia and the Mediterranean. So not only was she brilliant, she had the coolest job ever. In the early 1800s, the most fearsome pirate in the world was Qing Shi. After a humble upbringing in the south of China, she married a pirate captain in 1801, but when he died in a storm in 1807, she became the de facto ruler of his pirate confederation, the Red Flag Fleet, commanding 400 ships and tens of thousands of pirates. Qing Shi plundered the British, Portuguese, and Qing dynasties' navies, fighting on the open seas and...
See, like, why have I never heard of her? Like, that's ridiculous. She pillaged, she fought British and Portuguese. Like, I think that they had like I think the Spanish had like one of the biggest naval fleet when they were trying to like explore the whole ocean and see everything. I've never heard of her because apparently it sounds like she gave them a real problem.
Breaking through fierce blockades. But even when surrendering to the dynasty in 1810, she had enough negotiating leverage to keep her wealth, her ships, and her freedom for an astounding
I'm retiring, you're welcome.
Retirement. As the daughter of the Byzantine Emperor Alexios Komnenos, Princess Anna Komnene had access to the very best education.
I think it might be because their reigns are quite short, even though they're quite dominant. Yeah, it's quite short. True. Like she only ran for 3 years, or like
but 5 years or something. It sounds like she like lived her life in that 3 years.
Yeah, like, obviously
enough to make her real stable.
Yeah, 110%.
Education the Eastern Roman Empire could provide. Even so, she broadened her curriculum by sneaking copies of the Iliad and Odyssey out of the Royal Library of Constantinople. With training fit for an empress, she administered a hospital in the city and attended her father's royal court, getting an up-close view of the politics of the First Crusade. However, a late-coming younger brother took her place as heir, and he banished her to a monastery for trying to supplant him. Begrudgingly trading her crown for a quill, she spent her last decades composing the Alexiad, a masterful epic poem recounting her father's life and reign. Just 2 decades after their arrival into Britannia, Queen Boudica of the Iceni tribe had good reason to hate the Roman Empire. After her husband died in 60 AD, leaving half his kingdom to Boudica and their 2 daughters, Rome ignored his will entirely and confiscated the kingdom, brutalizing Boudica and her daughters in the process. In response to Rome's abject depravity, Boudica led over 100,000 warriors in open revolt, burning Roman cities and killing their citizens as retribution. Although the governor of Britannia defeated her in battle, suppressed her revolt, and established full Roman authority in the province, Boudica has remained a symbol of revolutionary spirit ever.
I think this is why we haven't heard of them, because most of them end up getting kind of like overshadowed by like men like trying to keep them down.
Whoa, are you saying men oppress women?
Back then, yeah. I mean,
that's crazy, bro.
Men had women's best interests.
I can't believe you would say that, bro. That's crazy.
After the death of her brother the king in 1891, Queen Liliuokalani came to power at a perilous time for the Kingdom of Hawaii. The last king was forced to sign away the monarchy's power to illegal white business tycoons who only wanted Hawaii for its crops, and when the new queen set about restoring royal authority, these same white islanders threw a coup, deposed the monarchy, and invited the United States to annex Hawaii. Though decades of legal challenges failed to give Liliuokalani any part of her kingdom back, she left a cultural legacy for her people via her earlier composition of the famous song Aloha Oi and the defiantly titled autobiography Hawaii's Story by Hawaii's Queen. After marrying into the French royal family in 1137, Eleanor of Aquitaine had a subpar experience as queen, so she called a do-over and tried it again in England. Having suffered through the failed Second Crusade and 15 years of heirless marriage to King Louis, Eleanor divorced him and married the soon-to-be King Henry II, combining their territories to form the Angevin Empire. She and Henry weren't a great match either, as she started a revolt and he put her in prison, but after she left him, Eleanor happily served his region for her beloved son Richard the Lionheart. And that is how you play the long game. Forget the husband, just be queen. And, of course, we end with Cleopatra.
Yes!
Raised in the cultural capital of the Greek-speaking world, she had the Library of Alexandria on tap and knew all the classics we'd expect, but she differed from her royal Macedonian predecessors by actually learning Egyptian and several other languages. All these smarts and charisma went to good strategic use as Cleopatra leveraged wider Mediterranean conflicts for her own advantage and the good of her kingdom, resulting in a prosperity Egypt hadn't seen for centuries. Unfortunately, her second husband was not a match for her brilliance, so she was outplayed by Rome, losing her kingdom and her life, but not her glory. And with that,
so she managed to etch out her glory even though she got defeated.
Yeah.
our 13-stop whirlwind survey of women's history is complete. Despite the vast differences in the times, places, and professions of these figures, each found their own way to pursue excellence. Sometimes uninhibited, sometimes working around constraints, sometimes deliberately thwarted by outside circumstance. But one way or another, the legacies of their genius and talent endured, influencing the world around them and inspiring subsequent generations of women and men to follow their lead. My hope is that at least one of the amazing women in the History Makers deck resonates with you, so please consider getting a deck today.
Oh, I'm considering it
live
for
the
sure.
month of March, so don't miss out. Link in the description.
Are we too late for a
Working
deck?
with-
Can we still get a deck?
Yeah, it's still March. March just started.
Is this video new?
Yes, this latest video.
Oh, sorry. I thought, you know.
It posted like
Oh, snap. 3 days
I
ago.
think. 3 days ago.
Wow, maths. Clearly not your strong point.
But I didn't know. I was trying to guess from like when I looked at it earlier.
Okay.
I think
so
there
you
was a
looked at
video
8
from
days
him
ago.
that was like 8 days ago.
Oh, okay then, cool. I'm just making sure, innit? Anyways, guys, since you're not going to do the outro.
So I was just making sure my hunch was correct. It was not. I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Back again with my...
I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, what are you doing?
It's my
you can't be
thing.
waving that around. Like,
It's
just,
my... What's it called?
yes, but like, you
Indiana Jones.
be responsible with it.
Indiana Jones. Item of
I
the
was
day.
trying to think of his theme song, but I couldn't. I don't know how he goes. I've never watched Indiana Jones.
Yeah, never. Right. Whoa, how dare you say
What was
that?
that? How does the Riders of the Lost Ark theme song go?
I don't know. I'm just
I did
thinking
my
of...
voice sound like that.
dun, 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 dun.
That's.
I know.
Oh wait. No, I think you answered something.
Am I?
I think so.
Oh, wait.
Because I was gonna say that's Star Wars, but I don't think it is. I think that is Riders of the Lost Ark. Dun, 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 dun.
I have no idea. Someone tell us in the comments.
Alright, fine. Anyways, we hope you guys enjoyed that.
I think I need some of your petroleum jelly.
Anyway, I want to see what about this deck thing.
Are you just gonna end it like this, right?
No.
Let's just end it. No, let's just end it because we're really
like, comment,
we're really
subscribe,
orthodox.
notification bell, all the good stuff. Comment, reaction, suggestions below, of course. And do you wanna? What are you?
Oh, I was trying to show my leg.
I hope you pull a muscle.
Don't you dare say that. Yep, this has been Unorthodox. You know what we do. If you're still
we'll see
watching,
you
we
in the
appreciate
next
you. If you're
one
not watching,
in
we
a
still
bit.
appreciate you. Thank you. Bye.